Welcome to another episode of INTDL. I'm the host, Shamir. And the next guest, really good friend of mine, almost a decade of being friends. On top of that, really good person, a musical genius in a sense, in terms of a one-man band. No, for real. Music, singer, and songwriter. I have my good friend Max and a FIFA enthusiast, football enthusiast, Pokemon card collecting, chat talking to, stream watching, and Twitch streamer, Cesar Aquino, aka Cesar Aquino Music. Cue him in.
It's okay. Hold the applause. Okay, what's good?
So look, thank you for being a part of my show. So today we are going to do a Indian-inspired lamb chop dish with honey, turmeric. Well, we can just play around with the carrots and some rice. So usually what we do on the show is obviously have you on a guest and you eat the food, and then our tradition or golden rule is always that you eat and you give us the name of the dish. So with that being said, we're going to start off first. I'm going to make sure this water is rolling over here for the rice because I feel like it would be ideal. Then we have a curry glaze. I reduced it with red wine, so there's that. I am going to grab some gloves. Feel free to, if you want to touch the food at any given time.
I'm putting some gloves on.
All right, say less. So I'm going to go ahead, put mine on. You can put yours on.
Let me get these gloves.
So for me, we're going to start with the lamb early, only because it's going to take a while and it's going to get a little bit smoky. So I know for a fact I'm going to cut the fan on just a little bit. So, all right. I marinated these lambs my damn self. I know they're going to be good. So I feel like only thing we probably have to do is just add some salt. But if you want to add anything to it, let me know. What you thinking?
Okay, hold on. I really wanted to do this for the longest time. So
hey, it works out, yo.
So
hey, look, the chat gonna see this, they're gonna go crazy.
I really wanted to do that for the longest time, and I feel like this was the opportunity to do it.
No, perfect. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna have some of this over here. I'm gonna put this down first. So I feel like, how many do you want to cook off right now?
I'm gonna say you got the meat there. How many fit in there?
That's a good question. Maybe about 4 or 5.
You know?
You wanna do 5?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, so let's. How you feel about lamb chops? Have you had some? Are you?
The only time I've had lamb chops is at the strip club.
Fair. Hey, look,
a
good day. Hey, look, I am never opposed to a good day shift. I'm just letting y'all know right now. But no, man, I think that because we both from Detroit, I feel like lamb chops are damn near a staple here, especially one of the most originated sauces here was zip sauce. So like, it makes the most sense. Is like, I also have never done lamb chops on my show yet. We recently just did the first soup. So really, you were the first streamer on my show and the first one to have lamb chops. So with that being said, it's a great time to have both. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna let this sit. So while this is going up, if you can throw me about like 5-6 carrots, put them in here. We're gonna do butter. I'm gonna have some behind you.
Does it matter which carrots?
Yeah, it don't matter. You can pick whatever you want.
I like the purple ones.
Say less. Favorite color is mine, which is purple.
I'm gonna get a little bit of everything. Ooh. Yeah, I got. You say, what do you want with these 6 carrots at?
Put them in that right pan for me.
The right pan. There we go.
And then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna throw these in here with butter. Make sure everything is going. I feel like that was a little bit off. I don't know why. So after you put the carrots in there, we're gonna throw a little bit of honey in here. You can actually do the honest. So look, we're gonna do honey.
We do like honey.
We're gonna do honey.
All
and
right.
Then we're gonna do some coriander in there.
Where do you want me to put this honey at?
You just put it all in there, man. So,
on the carrots?
Yeah.
Oh, say less.
There we go.
There we go.
Real nice.
You know.
So as I'm cooking the lamb, I'm making sure I have the rice behind me cooking, which is fine. Then I have the glaze behind me.
Well, you know, we're not sponsored, so let's turn this logo around.
Hey, look, hey, now you see it, now you see it.
You know, you guys.
So I want to actually make this a little bit hotter just because I want to get a little bit darker on here. So what's next is that we are actually going to come over here with some tongs. And then actually we're going to do some coriander on some carrots. Get them nice and coated. The big thing about carrots is that you gotta boil them off first. Make sure that if they're thick or they're hard, make sure you boil them off, get them part cooked. So that way when you actually want to cook them again, you already have them soft. And then all you gotta do is just season it, and then you're ready to go. So I'm gonna do a little bit of salt. Then we're gonna do.
That's that knowledge.
Hey, look, we're gonna throw a little bit of garlic in here because I feel like
That's the knowledge.
you can never go wrong with this.
You can never go wrong with garlic at all.
So we're gonna throw them in, toss them around a little bit, let them heat up a little bit more.
What you know about tossing carrots?
Hey, a lot. Did a lot of carrots in my day.
I was talking to them.
Oh, my bad. I wish he had chat a little more.
I was talking to them. Oh, let me hi chat.
So people don't know that, like, people get scared with, like, when you put purple carrots in the water, that it darkens the water, which is obviously because of the color. And sometimes it's like where the carrots go in a sense. When you're cooking the carrots in the boiled water, or I forgot what it's actually called, but to part cook them in the water and then you go ahead and take them out, it's usually looking really, really dark. And it looks black almost, like you've never seen an abyss in a pan before or even a pot. And it's just funny. So with the carrots, we have them already. I feel like we have them curried up. We have, actually, let's add a little bit of ginger here too. We're gonna make them sweet, savory, and it's gonna be a nice little mix. I can smell the lamb chops.
Yeah, the lamb chops are smelling good.
So we're gonna turn this around and see what it looks like. Okay, they look really, really nice. That one looks nice. We're gonna turn this over.
Oh.
Just getting color on here. I like that. We're gonna turn this one over. This one's getting really good color on here. Turn this one over. That one's getting really good color.
Has everyone ever said you could be a chef?
You know, some could say that, but the times of me being a chef is over with, bro. I feel like the time has come. Now I enjoy doing this to my audience and my guests, but the days of me doing that is simultaneously, it's over with, man. So right now I'm looking at my rice, and it looks about done. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's looking cooked. Now we're gonna go ahead, if you can, go in the right drawer for me.
This right drawer? This one right here?
And grab me just grab me a spoon. It doesn't even matter.
A spoon?
Yep.
Let me see. Right, here you go.
Thank
a
you.
spoon.
So just making sure it's really nice, and like we thought, everything is cooked perfectly. Oh my goodness.
That's actually quite impressive.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's quite impressive.
I'm bad at rice.
That's quite impressive. I have a rice cooker, so I don't have to worry about that.
See, I need me one. Only because like I had one when I was in when I lived in Austin, and it was perfect. And then I don't have it no more. Okay. But that's when I realized, I was like, yeah, man, I can't cook rice real the way I want to, but it happened.
Get a Zoshi, I forget what it's called, but it's like $360.
Wait, what, huh? Wait, bro, I could go to H Mart and get one for like $40.
It's a Zoshi Ushi or something like that. But yeah, it cooks your rice like perfectly.
All right, so this is what I'm about to do next. I'm gonna go over here. I'm about to heat this up. Actually, we're gonna take this off.
Okay.
Leave this over here. Keep them hot on low. We're gonna take this over here. Now,
okay.
This is the real reason we're here for real. This is the curry glaze that we made specifically for the lamb chops. So what we gonna do, I'm gonna put this over here. You gonna bring this over.
All right.
All right. As this heats up, I want you to get a plastic spoon out of there as a tasting spoon.
Okay. I got my tasting spoon.
Yep. And now what you gonna do is just get a little bit on there.
Okay.
And you're gonna taste it for me and see what you think.
I'm just gonna do that.
That's what
Wait. All right. That's actually really good.
Thank you.
That's actually really good.
So the lamb is pretty much done. Making sure the last pieces, we're not overcooking it, nothing like that.
Yeah, you never want to overcook your lamb.
So I haven't really mixed up. So the next thing we're about to do is take a little bit of this sauce,
Okay.
and just drizzle them over.
Now, what's in that sauce?
So what I did was I did a red wine. We did red wine, a little bit of curry sauce, and then we actually did honey, salt, pepper, a little bit of coriander.
Oh, you said wine. Hold on, let me get a little sip.
So it was really just the biggest thing when you're doing a glaze is that you want to deglaze it with red wine first to cook off the alcohol. Because you see it now, it's starting to get it's getting dark because of this. And that's a perfect one actually. The biggest thing that I want to do is that when I get done with this, I'm actually going to cut them a little bit more, just because they gotta look nice.
Yeah.
So just want to toss them around a little bit more in here, because you're gonna want to have these with the sauce. That's just it. And you can smell it on the lamb.
Oh yeah, you can smell it.
Can't even put this over. I feel ashamed. There we go.
You got it. There you go.
There we go. All right. I feel like we're done here. So what I'm gonna do? Take this off. We're gonna grab some tweezers or some tongs. And these carrots are looking good too. We're gonna do a little bit more honey.
You can never go wrong with honey.
Never go wrong with honey.
Never go wrong with honey. Honey's just so good. Like so used for a bunch of things. Tea, just your throat in general.
So we're gonna come over here. We're gonna do a little bit of.
Are we doing some plating?
We're doing some plating, man. We gotta get you right.
Oh, hold on.
All right, what y'all seeing right now from the purpleness is these purple carrots. So don't say nothing to me when it look like, oh, this looks terrible. Or this. Like, no, it's not because of that. It's because it's really just from the coloring of the carrot. So what I'm gonna do now.
And so what if we got purple carrots? You know,
I said
mind your business.
Mind your business. So we're gonna let those sit. Let them rest a little bit. As you can see, the glaze is getting on you right now. So I'm gonna take this, go over here, get your rice. I feel like we can go middle. The basmati rice is a sticky rice, just letting y'all know, and y'all see how good the rice is because you don't overcook or overstep with the rice.
The rice looks fire.
I wish you had like an actual dome, but we'll figure it out. So now I'm gonna come over. We're gonna grab with my Inspector Gadget lammies. with the tone.
Okay.
We're gonna get you right. Don't even worry about that.
Y'all ain't doing it like this.
When chat see this,
Yeah,
they're gonna be like, yo, where is he at?
Wait. When they see, they'll be like, okay, we forgive you for not streaming. You're probably not, though.
All right. I feel like just that added bonus, we can go ahead and we can do a little bit of coriander on top. A little bit of dust off, you feel me? So go ahead and grab some utensils, whatever you want to use, fork, spoon. This is yours.
Okay. I'm going to grab a fork.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let us know. Let us know what you think.
Okay. I just kind of just don't want to ruin this plating because it looks so good. But I'm going to, first off, I'm Mexican. I got to go for some rice to start off.
Let us know what it's like. Does it taste good? Does it look good?
Looks good. The rice is good, cooked to perfection. Let me get some of this carrot.
How's the carrot?
The carrot's actually really good.
Hey, we trying. We trying new things every time.
Hold on. I do want to try this purple carrot, though, because I never had purple carrot. Hold on. And then the lamb chop.
No, you gotta just try one.
I'm going to say I just got to. Okay, yeah. This is that one.
Bro, one of one, our first streamer, our first lamb chop dish. I think now you gotta let us know what the name gonna be.
The name?
You gotta name the dish. It's a tradition.
Oh, let's call it. This is the hardest part. I'm trying to think. Call it. This is tough. I don't know. I kind of want to let me see. Call it.
Anything you want. It doesn't even matter.
Call it just. I was gonna say something crazy. I'm not gonna say that. Just call it the. Call it. I don't know.
It could be anything.
Call it the Indian meat surprise.
The Indian meat surprise is crazy.
You know?
But we gonna go with that.
The Indian meat surprise.
The Indian meat surprise.
'Cause I was surprised to see the lamb chops here. And like you said, it's Indian inspired. You know?
Hey, look.
And purple carrots, come on.
Well, look, we didn't have chat, but we got Cesar, and we're going to have chat later on. And we want to thank you for having us. Mm-hmm. Thank you for even having and going to have these lamb chops for us. Facts. And on top of that, thank you all, the viewers.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for...
see you in the second part.
You know? This is...
Good.
Man.
First off,
thank you again for coming.
That's good.
Secondly, how was the food?
Food is delicious.
Thank you.
It was really good.
We appreciate it, man. But yeah, man, it's been a long time coming. I tried to get you here last year, but it didn't work out. Now that you're finally here, we can finally discuss the life of a streamer, because you are the first streamer on my show. On top of that, you were the first one to have lamb chops, and I want to say third or fourth, who even knows at this point. Just in general, getting it kicked off, how did it start for you as far as streaming?
Streaming? So I've always been into gaming, the gaming scene, since I was 5, getting my Nintendo 64, but I've always been a big gamer and always knew about streaming, but never really had the equipment to stream. until like were able to like use your like Xbox or whatever to stream like live stream off of that. And it was just like it started off as just like doing something that my friends could watch, because we would all game together, and sometimes the lobbies would be full, and then more friends would want to watch us play, so someone would have to be streaming the games, or like when we're in the Madden League together, like, oh, stream your game, stream your game. And I'm like, well,
here we go.
The
Madden League of L's, dog.
So it really started off as just like a thing that like I could like share with my friends, like, and then it kind of just like grew from there. Yeah,
I think that obviously I'm one of the friends who have been in the Madden League, and plenty of times we played games together during the big 2020 like Warzone breakout. So I think we was always there. But I think that it's huge knowing that where you started, where you are now, and on top of that, you also sing live on your stream, and you do performances at different places. For instance, what I guess I can go off my own experience, but like, what was the first like real performance for you where you were like, okay, I'm nervous as hell, and this is really happening?
Oof. So I've been doing music since I started playing guitar in like 2007. So it's been a while. Almost 20 years, dang.
Hey,
wow,
congrats on that.
I'm old. No, but really? I think either 8th grade, like I've always been like around music, and then like my family, friends at the time are always just super supportive of like my music journey. And so it started off as just, like I said, as streaming it, just playing music for my friends, playing songs that people liked. And then I started writing my own music. Pretty young too, like 8th grade, I started writing my own music. But the first performance that sticks to mind where I was like super nervous, it was my freshman year. I did an open mic.
College or high school?
It was college.
Okay.
No. The open mic was in high school.
Okay.
I was a freshman in high school. Shout out to Cass Tech, number 1, second to none. But there's this place called the Black Box Theater, and the band, the person who directed the band, I forget her name. She like held like open mics. So I remember that being my first open mic, my first like live performance in front of like bunch of people, and I was super nervous. The video's on YouTube. I sound awful, but we made some long strides, and thankfully I've never been like someone who's been like super nervous to play in front of people. I'm a pretty like outgoing person, and like I don't really get shy, so it just like would come natural, and it's something I love doing even back then. So it's just like the love of it really carried me to where I am now.
Oh, I get that, and I think that the passion has to be there to be able to continue to do something that you love or even want to do. Because I think that no matter what, it's confidence and passion that keeps you along. And sometimes when the passion dies out, you're just like, all right, well, what do I do now? But the biggest thing is consistency with the passion. And sometimes you got to take a break every now and then. Think that I think going into that is that we spoke more about it off camera, about like chat and like and streaming and things like that. So like what prompted you to start singing on stream?
Yeah, so like I said, at this point I had been streaming for like a couple months, and it was just strictly like Call of Duty, Warzone. And I grew a little bit like through like random people coming in my chats, following me. But where I really kind of like blew up is when I started doing music on stream. And how that happened was there's this singer. He was part of like the first wave of like YouTube musicians. His name is Andrew Garcia.
Shout out Andrew Garcia.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew Garcia. Shout out to Yogi, the Pod Lounge. But basically, he was having like on his disc, like he had just started streaming, and he was having like open mic, like jam sessions essentially, where he opened his Discord and people can just come in and play a song and like jam. And I thought that was super cool. And I remember I was at work at the time. I had just got this job. I was working. The training was really weird hours. It was from like 5 to like 2:30.
Wait, 5 a.m.?
5 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. The training was.
Still, that's crazy.
It was super weird. But I remember seeing that on Twitch, And I was like, I got to get out of here. So I was like, hey, something came up. I have to go. So I left work, went home, joined the Discord, and they were still doing it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. So I didn't have any equipment at the time. So all I used was my like Astro A40 mic.
Yep. If people don't know, those are gaming headphones.
It's a gaming headset, yeah. And the audio quality is so bad when you're playing like a musical instrument on it. So I remember doing my song, and I remember them saying, you are like really, really good. Like, yes, the audio sucked because it's like a cheap mic, but you were really good. And they invited me to Cali to do the show called the Pod Lounge.
That was dope.
And it was just a bunch of like other music streamers and like people they knew together in a place, and we just like were vibing, talking, doing music. And that was like pretty much the start of like me doing music on stream, because I was like, oh, I have all these eyes on me now, where it's like I feel like I'm really good at recognizing opportunity and taking advantage of it, because I saw that we were getting numbers off the Pod Lounge. Like we had like over 100 people in the chat, and I was like, people were like, who am I? Like, who is this guy? He's super good.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And I was like, they like shouted me on Twitch, and I gained some followers there. And I was like, I need to start doing this. So that's pretty much where it started. But when I started off, I had no audio equipment, no nothing. And like pretty quickly, like people were like supporting, donating for me to get a new guitar, got me a mic. So it was just, it's been a crazy ride.
No, that's only in a few years at that. So I know it's for that to happen, it's like a shock, but almost like all right, I finally kind of made it, or a dream come true to finally get to where you're at. And so like since then, you've been able to do live performances across Detroit, along with going to Cali, and you've also went to DreamCon. So for me, I think what has been like the biggest achievement so far since you went to Cali up until now?
Probably placing top 5 in the Detroit Tiny Desk competition has probably been like my greatest achievement, I would say. So for those who don't know, there's this the Tiny Desk, which you should know because everything they release is fire. But basically, Tiny Desk is ran by the NPR station here, or in the United States, and they basically bring artists on to do like a live like set in this tiny like office behind this tiny desk. Hence the name Tiny Desk. But they have auditions every year for this competition. And in 2023, I submitted my song, Could You Be the One? And I didn't win the national competition, but I received an email a couple weeks after stating like, hey, the NPR station here in Detroit is going through like all the list of like people who submitted in Michigan, who said their hometown was Michigan, and we're gonna narrow it down to a top 100, top 25, and then after the top 25, it's gonna go to like a listener vote, and for I forget, like maybe like 2 weeks or something like that. But yeah, I basically got the email saying I made the top 100, got the email saying I made the top 25, and then it was pretty much from there. I was just like promoting like my song and like having people vote, and people voted, people showed out, and I placed top 5, and which basically I got to play at New Center Park in downtown Detroit.
I was there.
Got a bunch of like promo, got paid to do that set, and yeah, it was just like really like getting my name out there locally, which has been like one of my goals since then, is to like I have an audience online, but I really want an audience like locally.
Yeah.
So going out, doing more shows, getting recognized has really just been like, it's really just putting myself out there that has been like getting me a bunch of opportunities. And like I said, I'm pretty good at like recognizing these opportunities and taking them. So it's just going for it, you know?
No, I get that. And I was first though, to come support you and as a friend, like it was dope. Seeing you for the first time live, now seeing you again last year. And that in itself was packed out. People don't like the New Center Park was packed out. Like people was sitting on the grass that had like food vendors, things like that. But like for something like that, like sometimes people don't show up to those things, but like I wasn't even surprised knowing that the talent that was there, and on top of that, it was just a really good time. And I think it was raining earlier that day, and then
It was.
like during the performance, it didn't rain at all, so
At
that was
all.
just dope. But take me back to Could You Be the Run? Could You Be the One? How did you feel writing it, and also how did you feel after you put it out?
So Could You Be the One? I wrote in like 2019, and it was just like people always ask because I feel like that Could You Be the One is like my most popular song that's been requested. It's the song that has like given me a lot of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
It's and the thing is it's one of the songs that I wouldn't say I wrote about somebody because most of my songs I write about my like life experiences, what I've gone through with like love and relationships and things of that nature. But Could You Be the One was just I was in my room one day, I was noodling on the guitar, and I strung this chord, and I was like, oh, I like the way this sounds. So then I just started playing, and I was messing around, and I came up with the guitar part, and I was like, oh, and then slowly but surely, it was just like, I was like, could you be the one? I was like, oh, okay, that I'm looking for. And it just came out like that, just like a pleasant surprise. So that song I had for a while before I submitted it. Because that was my first time submitting to the Tiny Desk because a lot of people were telling me, oh, I didn't even know there was a competition for it until 2023. And people are like, oh, you need to like my Twitch community was like, oh, you need to apply for this. This is you can do it. I'm like, why not? So I applied, didn't think anything of it. And then I got an email saying like, oh, all this stuff is going on. I'm like, oh, it was just a lot. So, but yeah, the feeling, it's like when you write a song, like for me at least, I know instantly it's gonna be like a hit, or it just something about it just feels right. It clicks, and when you're singing it, like when I'm singing my music, I feel something, like whatever emotion I'm feeling at the time, whatever I was going through, I feel that when I perform. So with Could You Be the One, it was just like, this is a really catchy song. I really like it, and I think I have great taste in music. So if I like it, obviously everyone else is gonna like it. So yeah, it's just this gut feeling that you like, you know when something's fire.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest things. I think that like I'm not a music, I don't make any music, but I do love music. It's almost a part of my soul. And I feel like you kind of just get an ear for like what is a good song and what is a terrible song. But again, things are subjective to who you are. So it's just like something that you may like, something that doesn't, like somebody wouldn't like. But if you have an ear, you know what somebody could like, and then you go off of that. So let's continue to talk about music in a sense. So songwriting, you wrote a recent song, and you also had somebody feature on it. Talk about that song, and then also what are you going to be coming up next in, which is next week, I believe, at you're performing as well.
Yeah, so it's not my song. I'm featured on a song with my friend Camila Cantu.
Okay.
So shout out Camila.
I apologize.
Shout out Camila. Yeah, it's her song James Addiction, and she's someone who I met locally through like performing places, and she became a really good friend. And she's super, like I said, super, super talented. And she just asked me one day, like, hey, do you want to be a part of this song called James Addiction? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm always down to collab. So she gave me the song. I listened to it. And then I just wrote from a place of my toxic experiences in relationships. And because that's what the song was about, really. So yeah, I just wrote it. We recorded it, and it honestly came out amazing. So shout out Camila for featuring me in her EP. As far as performances, I have a songwriter round on the 9th, I believe, in Ann Arbor, and then on the 12th, I'm performing for this nonprofit for urban neighborhood initiatives. And it's like a local nonprofit that I used to actually work for back in the day in high school. So it's kind of cool to go like full circle, and now I'm like performing for them. They hiring me, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So take me back to the process of you like really making music. How long did it take you to make that feature track for her? And also, we can stick with that for now, and I'll go on to the next one.
So as far as like writing, like for me, it's my writing process. Either everything gets done in like 15 minutes, or it takes me days to write song. So
No in between.
there's no in between. That song actually took me like a day to finish, or like a day or something. Because she sent me the instrumental. I listened to it, and I wrote to it, and I sent it back literally the next day, like what I had. Or no, I went over to like record like a demo for her. So I went to go record a demo, and she liked it, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I was nervous, because I've never been like featured in. Well, that's a lie. I did feature on my other friend Raquel's song, but that's not released. But yeah, it was pretty quick. Like I said, I work fast, and yeah.
So we're expecting to see you on the 9th, and for me, it's dope because I've seen you twice, and I'm not gonna be here for the third time, but I want to switch gears in terms of making music and writing music. But tell me about singing music to chat. What is that like?
So it's kind of like doing what I was regularly doing. Like, so a lot of time, you don't know this, but when we would like game together and stuff like that, I would mute my mic, and I'm always like practicing something. So I would like mute the mic, and I'd be singing or like working on something. And so like I'm always playing guitar. It just happened to be that it's just like, it's kind of like for me, it's kind of like practice almost, but also I have to like perform. So it's kind of like that in between where it doesn't feel like an actual show. It feels like me practicing. So I'm not afraid to like mess up or like start over or anything like that. But it's also like I said, it is good practice. I get good feedback from people in my chat. And also just like I said, everyone, like most people love music, and most people, when they hear a song, they feel something. And really I found streaming music to be a good way to connect with others on music, because like I said, I could talk music all day. Yesterday on stream, I was talking. You know the game Expedition 33?
I'm playing it now.
Because the music. Listen, I literally was like, so I sang a little bit yesterday. I was like, I want to play some Expedition 33. So I loaded it up. And we didn't even get into the game. We were just talking about the menu music.
Bro, the music in that game is fire. All right, look, if y'all are gamers, please play that game. It's amazing. But also, the soundtrack is also amazing.
Yes.
I don't know how far you've made it, but it is a part where like you're playing in the gestural like area.
That's exactly where I'm at.
Yeah, man, that is amazing. That's the scoring is crazy.
Yeah, so literally we spent probably like an hour of stream just talking about the music in the game, and I didn't even play the game. Because literally right after that we started talking about football. We talked about the Champions League, and then players, and then highlights, and then so we went to that. But yeah, I think it was just like a really good way to like, one, build my audience online, to just connect with others, because that's what music is about for me, is connecting with others and sharing shared experiences, because a lot of times we're so caught up in our daily lives of like me, like I'm going through this, I'm going through that. We don't really take the time to consider that, oh, people are going through the same thing. So I use music to help bridge that gap, and I'm willing to be vulnerable and talk about my experiences and my journey, and hopefully that someone could hear that and could connect with that and realize that, oh, someone else is going through something similar. Because I've had people, specifically Libre, she came into my chat, and she likes this song called One Day that I do. And she told me that like that song just got her through a lot, and like she was literally in her bathroom in the shower crying listening to this song when she first heard it. And that something like that really touched me, because it's like, damn, because I was in the exact same position writing this song. So it's really heartwarming. It's really like, it makes you feel like, dang, like you're not alone, you know?
No, and that's one of the biggest things. I believe the same thing, is that like music is a connecting to any and everybody. I feel like no matter what, it's a plus when like you found somebody who likes the same music as you, but like you can also find new music from somebody else, and you can instantly possibly like something from a different artist, or they might have a playlist and you're like, oh, I don't like all of it, but I like 10 of the 30 tracks that you sent me, whatever the case may be. So I love music just as much as you do. But let's talk more about music and chat. So how does it feel now? Do you feel like how do you feel first off about like having your consistent viewership in a sense with chat, and going with like, it was funny because one of the guests before talked about how she didn't have a big following, but she had a cult following. So like, do you feel, so with your viewership, do you feel like you have a cult following? And if so, how does that make you feel?
Some of my friends would say I have a cult following, but I would feel like it's more like a community almost of like people like almost like friends, you know, like a lot of people have been following me for a while now, and I've gotten to build relationships with these people, and it's just like, you know, like you and me sitting here, it's just except through a computer screen, you know, and it's like obviously they came for the music and how I sound, but it's, you know, my content is just more than music. It's me as a person. It's me it combines my passions of gaming and music, and it's just me just chilling. I'm a pretty chill streamer. I talk to chat. We have fun. We banter back and forth. It's kind of like I said, just being like a party chat or like hanging out with the bros, you know?
Yeah. No, I get that. And our party chat is actually funny too. So I get it. And sometimes, like, look, I'm not gonna lie to you, we play the games all the time.
All the time.
We've been playing for almost like 10 years now. But like, it's times like we're playing the game and then Max is like, all right, I'll grab back. And then he's going to talk to chat. And I'm like, where does Cesar go? I'm like, oh, he's talking to chat. Okay, I get it. Yeah. And then it's times like we're playing, like we always play FIFA Pro Clubs. So like, it's been times where like we are one of the best. I will say that, but also our other teammates are great as well. But it's been times like I have a friend named Jalen, and they just go clip for clip of the craziest things they've scored, and I'm just like, yo, what is going on? But no, I think that it's dope that you've had that and you amassed that. But I got another question: like, would you rather have? Well, not to make you an enemy to your chat, but would you rather have the consistent viewership now, or would you like, all right, I want to have I'd rather have like maybe 500,000 in chat? Do you think it's better to be able to see the many people you have now, or because you want to have more bigger viewership in a sense, but like, let's say you see less and less of the comments because they're just consistently scrolling?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. It's hard because obviously, like I average right now about like per stream probably like anywhere from 15 to 20 people, sometimes more, less depending on like the day, the time. But it's pretty consistent. It's been pretty consistent for a while. And it's like when you have like a smaller community like mine, it's more so like I said, connections. Like you actually get to develop relationships with these people. And that's one of the reasons I'm still streaming to this day, is because of those connections and the people that I really like. And like I said, it's presented a lot of opportunities. So, but what, I don't know, because obviously the more people you have in your chat, if it's like you know, if I'm on the Kai Cenat level, the money is coming in. The ad money. Listen, I'm running like 20 minutes of ads an hour. 20 minutes of, hey, we making the money, but it's like I said, it's just like a building block. So like I really like having a small community of people that I like, and they like me, and we have a good time. And my job and my mods as well, we try to cultivate a community where like people are like supportive, positive. Obviously, we like to have fun. We like to joke around, and we like to banter. It's never really serious, and I've had to remove people from the community because of certain situations
Taking
that
it
have
too far.
happened. Yeah, where they like, they just become a nuisance or like a distraction, or like they troll a little bit too much or too hard. So like I said, I really like I see benefits of both, but right now I really like the way my community is set up, where it's like being small, intimate, where everyone knows each other, everyone's saying hi, and you could actually build like relationships. Cause like I've met a lot of my chat. I've met Celestian, so shout out Celestian. I met them. I've met, like I said, a lot of people. Celestian is the most recent one that I met, so that's the one that comes to mind. But yeah, going like I said, I go to cons and stuff like that. So getting to meet people that I like interact with in chat and things like that has been super dope, because they become like actual like friends. So yeah, the having a massive chat that's just constantly moving would be nice. It's not really all about the money for me. It's more about like the connection with people.
Yeah,
So.
it's appreciating what you have and enjoying the journey along the way, which in turn, which I want to talk more about, was that it's the friends along the way. So talk about the people that you have met through streaming, and how far have those gone, and how are they growing now?
Oh yeah. Oh, I met so many people through streaming. Shout out to like Anka. The longest person I've known on Twitch is my homie Josh. So shout out to Artie Ziff. And that's pretty much when I first started streaming. I never really watched any like small streamers. It was mainly just like Call of Duty pros at the time that I would watch occasionally from time to time. But I started noticing like, oh, like smaller streamers have like I said, the more community built, like it's more intimate, people are closer. So I started off in my friend Josh's community, and then once I started streaming, some of their people came, watched me, some people stayed, some people left. And then it's just about like networking as well, and you start meeting other streamers, and it's like I said, so shout out to like Anka, shout out to Dalo, shout out to like I said, Brandy, Mort, Grant. Those have been people that have inspired me in my journey. I would say those are like my closest streamer friends. But like I said, like just meeting a bunch of people who have like similar interests and passions has been really cool. Yeah, just it's been a journey. And like I said, a lot of these people who I've met through like streams and chat have become some of my closest friends too. So like, shout out to the crew that went to DreamCon. I unfortunately was not able to go to DreamCon this year. But just know I was there in spirit with y'all. I was watching y'all stories, pissed off, but it's all love. It's all love at the end of the day. So
no, I get that. I think it's healthy and it's great to build a community as such as yours, appreciate it, but also the friends that you've met and continue to have, and the friends that you are going to continue to meet are the most important part. And you talk about friends and streaming, so let's get more into like rating. For people who don't know, rating someone's stream is when like a streamer comes on, they bring their viewership to another streamer, and it's like I guess almost like I don't know. You can probably explain it better than I can, but talk more about rating and the effects of when you've been rated and when you've rated someone else.
okay, yeah. So, but first, before that, I want to say also shout out to Sanzi, my mods. Shout out to Soul. Shout out to I'm gonna forget people, but shout out Physio as well. Those people that just have been very supportive of like my music journey, and they've always had my back, and they've always like really like believed in me. So really big shout out to them. But to get to your point about the rating and like rating other people, so rating is essentially when you when you're ending stream, you take the people who are watching your stream, and you take them to the other person's stream that you rated, and you just dump them there, and you leave them, and you just go about your day. But that's essentially what it is. But essentially, it's a good way to like meet other creators, meet other streamers. And like I said, you're basically, once that happens, when you rate somebody, and let's say y'all vibe, y'all community start meshing. So then people are like, oh, who is this that's rating him? Let me check him out. Or people in my community are like, oh, who is this? If Cesar recommends him, he must be good or funny or something. There's gotta be something cool with him.
Yeah.
So it's just a good way to like network, and support as well. People who you already like have developed relations with, because I have a couple of homies that are doing partner pushes. Shout out to Q-Man Bean, who just got partner. But Go Teasy is also another one that is pushing for partner as well. When you're pushing for partner, raids are super important because when people raid into you, most times you're going to keep those viewers. So it helps elevate your numbers essentially as well to get that partner status, which is that check mark, which you have to average around 75 viewers, I think. For I forget how many months. But yeah, rating is super important for that. So like, it's a way of meeting people, but it's also a way of showing support.
Yeah, no, I get that. Take me to a time where you had the biggest raid, and then what was the time where you raided someone else and they were like ecstatic, or like you had the pleasure of meeting them after you raided them?
So I've had 2 big raids before. I've had a raid where someone raided me with like, this was even before I did music. This is like, I was playing Among Us.
Fire game.
I was playing Among Us randomly at like 1 a.m. And then this YouTuber streamer named Pieface, he does FIFA content. He raided me in with like 700 people.
That's crazy.
And this was before I even did music. I was like, it's still gaming. And I was shocked because it was just crazy. And then another big raid I've had was Ultra Pilot. He's a big music streamer, Twitch ambassador, but he follows me and he's rated me like twice. And there have been like a lot of people, like 800, like 900. So yeah, those would be like the biggest raids I've gotten. But like usually, like I said, raids can average from like people raid you with 2 viewers to like I said, thousands.
Yeah.
And it's really like I said, really like, it's really cool actually. Like, cause sometimes it can be so random. Like I said, with Pieface, I didn't know who he was. He didn't know who I was. He just saw me playing Among Us. He's like, oh, let's see who has 1 viewer. Because I watched his VOD. He's like, let's see who has 1 viewer. Oh, this guy looks interesting. Click. It's crazy. And I haven't done that in a while, but I like showing love to the homies who are streaming. So if I have like, if there's like a day where I have like a lot of viewers, I'll raid into like one of the homies or something like that. But I really not recently raided into someone new, because you also have to be careful because for me personally, I like to scope the streamer out before I raid them. Make sure that they're like, they're not over here just saying some crazy shit.
They're not weird.
They're not weird, exactly. You want to make sure they're not weird, because there are some weird people on Twitch. So you want to make sure that it's someone that like aligns with your like views, morals, things like that. You want to make sure that they're not like racist or like anything like that. So I have like a couple of like check marks in my like mental that like, okay, this person seems cool. And if I like them, and if someone that I enjoy watching, I'll raid them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll raid them. But like I said, when I first started off, I used to raid like random people. But as I've like grown and I've like I said, I have people who trust my opinion, I have to be a little bit more selective.
You got the code following, man.
With who I raid, like I said, because it's like you never know, like I said, who's weird and who's not.
Yeah, you don't want to be associated. Like once you associated, it's rap.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be associated with someone that like out here just saying just like some off the wall stuff, and I'm just like that, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, y'all.
And at that point, you don't even know what to say or what to do, but it's like it's a mistake.
Exactly. Once you dump people off, it's done. You can't take the raid back. It's over. They're there. They're there.
They've been dropped off, and you're just sitting there like, yo, what is that?
You drop them off and then you pull off in the sketch neighborhood.
No, yo, that's nuts. Because I feel like that could like this probably definitely happens to a lot of people, but also just like I imagine like you said, like if you're getting like you're trusting your friend to drop you off at a location, and they're like, oh yeah, we're good, and they drop you off like the next street over, and it's just like barren wasteland, abandoned buildings, whatever.
Driving
You're
east
just like,
side, randomly in the middle of the east, deep east side.
oh yeah, you good. Like no, but like why are we here?
I'm gonna pull out.
So no, like I do get that, man. But like you touched a little bit on like brand partnerships, affiliate partners, and having these things. So I know, give me your take on it, and what are you, just so like you can get a more fleshed out idea of what you do.
Who am I? Or
yeah, so like you touched on like Twitch brands and Twitch affiliate and things like that. So like let's talk more about what you're affiliated with and brands that you work with.
So I am a part of the Twitch Latin Guild, which is a Twitch Uni guild, and essentially that is a Twitch supported program that's creator led. But essentially it's a way for marginalized creators to get together, collab, and get opportunities through Twitch. So I've gotten a bunch of opportunities. I met a bunch of dope people through the guilds. So shout out to the Twitch Unity guilds. I'm also a part of the Twitch music creator program. Essentially the same thing, it's just for musicians. So I'm part of that. I'm also affiliated with like G Fuel. I'm affiliated with Ubisoft. I'm a Ubisoft creator. I've worked with brands like St. Jude before. I worked with what's that? It's essentially this. I forget the name of the app. It's like basically like people can pay to mess up your game. I forget what it's called though, but I had a partnership with them. Hold on, I'm about to check that out right now because I don't want to be,
No, you're good.
I have actually like a little like page that's dedicated to all like my brands. Crowd Control, G Fuel, yes. I worked with Square Enix. I worked with Macula Interactive. Obviously, I worked with the NPR station here, and yeah, like I said, Ubisoft creator. So essentially, what I do with those is, like I said, G Fuel. If you want your energy drink,
get your brands off, man. Tell them.
G Fuel, use code Cesar for, was it 10% off, 20% off? Yeah, 20% off. And that's CESAR. And yeah, essentially that's the only affiliate code I have. But
and many more to come.
But if you like Ubisoft games, I stream Ubisoft games. But yeah, it's just been really cool that like companies will like reach out to me and like give me codes to like try their games out. It's just like it's honestly like crazy to think about, because I'm like, dang. Like I remember at one point, like this even before I even thought about streaming, I always thought streaming was super cool. I'm like, I would like to do that one day, just like play, because I love video games. I used to like watch a lot of these Call of Duty pros back in the day, and I was like, dang, they're just playing video games all day, making money, and here I am in school. Like, why can't I play games? People watch. But back then, I really didn't have the money to like afford like streaming equipment, and like I said, when streaming became very accessible through like you could stream through your Xbox and stuff like that, that's where it was like I started to like started streaming. Like I said, just for friends.
Just playing games.
And now look where we are.
Yeah, no, and that's so when Ubisoft reached out to you, did you reach out to them, or did they reach out to you?
So Ubisoft actually, they have like this. They like a lot of companies will have like applications for content creators to apply to.
Okay.
So I just applied. I was like, hey, I like your games.
Then got accepted, and
I'm like, I like your games. This is my information, and then they got back to me literally like the next day. I'm like, you're accepted. I'm like, cool.
It was like that.
It was like that. I was like, nice.
No, but that's dope though. That people need to know these things, because I'm not sure if like every company is like that, but the fact that Ubisoft is like that, you can just apply, and then hopefully you get accepted, and then it goes from there, and then they will send you codes for these games, correct? And then,
yeah. So like Assassin's Creed, I got a code for that. Bungie sent me a code for Destiny and the last year for their DLC to try out, and I'm like, that's cool.
Why not?
Why not? And Destiny is like one of those games where like I played since Destiny 1, but it's just like an on and off thing.
Yeah.
Right now I'm off Destiny. I was on for like a couple months ago. I was on Destiny. But yeah, like I said, they'll give me games to try, and I think that's just the coolest thing.
Yeah, no. I mean, now at this point, where like as a kid in high school, you were like, bro, I always thought I could do this, and now like 15 years later, you're like, oh, I am doing that now.
You know, and it's like, and I think the cool thing that has opened my eyes is like a lot of indie developers will reach out, and I get to play a lot of games that like I never even would think about playing, and they ended up being like really good games. So it's like really cool to like be a part of like that experience. Like I said, with like most recently, like I said, would be what game did I try out most recently? I think it was like Mexico something, but essentially it's a game about like you're in like an old time Mexico, and it's like you're a photographer and you're going through the game, and it's like a historical game almost. That was pretty cool. But yeah, just being able to try new games and not have to pay is nice.
No, I get that.
Nice.
But no, like, and you spoke more about the guild. So talk about the tournament you were a part of for Marvel Rivals. For the people who don't know, Marvel Rivals is a hero shooter, kind of like Overwatch, but not really. And it's obviously it's Marvel, so it's a big IP. How was that playing with the guild, and where did you place in the tournament?
Okay, so the Marvel Rivals tournament was a cross guild tournament that like basically it was run by two people, a part of the guilds, and they basically put out an invite to, hey, if you want to join, fill out this form. I filled it out. It was like really no set teams, so everyone was like, they tried to balance out the teams. They asked you like what your rank was, things like that. So my teammates, I never played. I didn't like know any of them at first.
That's kind of
because the Twitch guilds have a lot of people, so it's like you really can't meet everybody, but everyone is so dope that I've met through the guild. So that's always it's always a good time when I get to do stuff like that. But the Marvel Rivals tournament, which I also am waiting to hear back to see if I could be a Marvel Rivals partner.
Hey, yo,
So
we hope it.
Hey,
NetEase, please.
Get back at me. But no, so that Rivals tournament was essentially, like I said, just a bunch of like guild members coming together and putting on a tournament. I forget, there was like eight or 10 teams, something like that. And we didn't win, but let me tell you, I was balling. Okay,
I seen the stats.
I was balling. And for those who don't know, I play Scarlet Witch. Yes, okay. Say what you want about Scarlet Witch. She's amazing. Like I said, I'm the #1 Scarlet player in North America.
Are you aware that there's no aim with Scarlet Witch?
You have to aim when you shoot. So people always say that you can't aim, like Scarlet, you don't have to aim. It's partially true. You don't have to aim. You still have to like have your crosshair on them, so it does. You have to track them with her. I forget what her ability is. Her like suck ability, but she also has projectiles that you have to actually hit your shot. So it's not all just auto aim. So let's get that out the way. But yeah, just it was a fun event. I made it to the second round, where it literally went to overtime, and we lost by 0.6 meters.
That's tough.
Yeah, it was literally it was Convoy. It was it was OT. We got it past the first point, but we couldn't get the Convoy out of the, like that first point where it's like in that like room, and you have
which map is it?
The Black Panther map.
Okay, I know you're talking about.
It's in that like room that's locked away, or it's like in that room and it has like a second floor. But basically, we got it a little bit past the opening, but we couldn't get out of that room, and they essentially had to like.
Oh, y'all got locked out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, essentially. Yeah. So we held them to. We wasted all their time. It's just that they had their ults. It literally came down to like one play.
Y'all got clapped.
And then, yeah.
It wasn't nice.
I dropped 46 kills, 45k damage. just going
The
crazy.
pain in your heart. I'm saying.
Crazy. But honestly, everyone was doing super good on the team, on both teams. Both teams fought hard.
Both teams fall hard as hey, that's a great statement to be neutral on that one.
Both teams fought hard.
So I just want to close this out. What is there to expect from Cesar Aquino in general about not just the two upcoming performances, but going into the next year? Like, what do you want to do? And is there anything you have like that's a goal of yours that you want to accomplish before the year is up?
Yeah. So obviously, I want, like I said, I still want to continue so I've been super consistent this year with streaming. So obviously I want to still stay consistent. I want to do more collabs with people, do some more like fun stuff with music instead of just performing. Like I want to do music reviews. I want people to send in their favorite song and we listen to it and we just talk about it.
Do I hear that, chat?
But as far as like what I have planned, I just want, like I said, release more music, play more, build my audience locally. I auditioned for the Tiny Desk again, so hopefully we can do that new Center Park thing again this year. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, just like I said, just keep doing me, keep being consistent, keep grinding, because it is a grind. And what you can expect from me is more music released soon. I'm working on an EP currently that is not titled or anything like that. It's just recording is expensive. So I honestly want to like learn how to record myself, but that's a whole process as well. So really just like what can you expect from like the next year? It's just like I said, just consistency, more music, more songs. Hopefully, like I said, just growing, just continue growing, continue to improve my craft and see where it takes me, because it's taken me this far. So
and you've gotten far, and there's more to go for real. The growth is amazing, regardless. Like
I appreciate it.
The time that you were in high school up until now, the things that you've been able to do in such a short span.
It's crazy. It's crazy how like I literally went from doing this for so long for free, and now I'm getting paid to do it.
And getting free stuff.
And free stuff. It's like, what? Me? I guess. I won't say no, but it's just like I said, it's really dope to like see the support and reap the benefits from all the like long nights of just playing music, writing, just because when I first started playing guitar, I would play guitar after school for like 8 hours a day. And it was just like
a full-time job.
A lot of the things that like a lot of people ask me like, oh, like how are you so good? And I'm like, it just takes time. And that's something I want to say. With anything that you do, you're not going to be an overnight success. You can, but that's very rare. Keep at it, keep consistent, keep doing what you're doing and slowly chipping away. And sure enough, those days, those hours stack up. And then next thing you know, you have a statue, a perfectly sculpted statue. So
I like that. Where can people reach you and where can they listen to your music?
Yeah, so I am on all platforms under, well, at least music-wise, under my name, Cesar Aquino. That is CesarAquino. I also stream on Twitch under Cesar Aquino Music. And that's pretty much all my platforms you can find me at, like my socials, Cesar Aquino Music. And yeah.
There you have it. First off, again, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for eating the first lamb chop dish. Thank you for being the first streamer I have as a guest. And thank you for just blessing with your presence. With your presence. I can't talk right now.
Thank you for having me. Like I said, it's been a long time coming. We couldn't do this last year, but I'm really glad that like we got to do this. Like I said, the lamb chops are fire. It's cool to see like I said, we've been friends for pretty much like a decade now. And it's cool to see like when my friends are also doing like content on the side, because like I said, we all be just working these 9-to-5 jobs, and you know, we have to have a creative outlet. So it's cool to see people like tap into their creativity and see what they're doing. Exactly. And I love that. I love supporting, like I said, shout out to Rio, shout out to you. Just getting to see like the homies like do big things outside of their careers, or like their regular like jobs is super cool, super inspiring too. So, and it makes me feel like, oh, okay, like it's like a sense of like, oh dang, those are my bros in there doing it. Let me lock in and do my thing too.
Man.
Let me lock
Work
in and
isn't
do my
everything,
thing.
and you gotta continue. You gotta have something for yourselves. I think
Exactly.
at the end of the day, it's not about what it is about what you've done, but the 9-to-5 isn't everything, and it's really about, for me, about my friends, the community, and what do I want to leave behind when my name isn't there, when I'm gone. And I wholeheartedly believe is that the people you touched will always speak more about what you've done and the things that you've shown, I want to say. So we got some great closing remarks on that. I ain't gonna load you up, but thank you again. This has been another episode, and I just appreciate you for even coming. So close us out. This has been Shamir. This has been Cesar, and that's it. Chat, we ain't leave you behind. When y'all see this,
Shout out to chat.
He gave you all our props, and we looking to hear from the music reviews as well. We got y'all.
All right.